To get to Ohio Means Jobs, some of you might be regularly typing it into the search bar. And if you like to do that each time, that's fine. Just remember that if you're doing that, you are definitely going to that K-12 button and that you are remembering to sign in. Okay, for those of you that are using a bookmark in your bookmarks bar, jumping straight to the K-12 section, when you sign in, it'll look like this, and it'll have your name next to this backpack. It's very important that you do sign in because that's what saves your work. We're going to do the career cluster inventory, so you click on Explore It, Career Cluster Inventory, and then Get Started. Again, if you are not signed in, it will not save your progress. So this is what the inventory or the survey questions look like. There's 80 questions, I think, but they should go quickly because you're just deciding whether you would like an activity very much, dislike it, or somewhere in between. When you click Start, it'll say go fish, an example would be go fishing. If you like it very much or you don't like it at all, indicate that you do or don't. If you aren't sure what something is, like if you read something that says run for class office and you don't understand what that is, hover over the blue question mark and it will give you a larger description of what that activity is like. Now, if you start going through and you're reading each one and you're clicking through, you might get to the bottom and not be sure where to go. There's supposed to be a green button here. And that green button only appears if you answer every question. Okay, so I'm just randomly selecting these. You're going to actually read them and take your time in thoughtfully answering them. But you can see how that green button just appeared. Now, for mine, I've already done it. So for my returning students, your screen might look like this rather than this. That means you got results last time we used Ohio Means Jobs. And you're welcome to, you can click retake the assessment and you can go back through your answers and see if you still agree with yourself from the last time you took this inventory. Okay, so there's page 2, right? So there's 20 questions, 20 more, 20 more, and 20 more. And I know it seems like a lot, but really you can answer them pretty quickly because it's all just based on whether you would like an activity or not. And so as you go through each one or each page of 20 questions, you'll get to the final page and it'll say get scores. Okay. Now here you'll see all of the career clusters that we've been sort of briefly mentioning, and you'll see how high you scored on each one. We're going to focus on your top 3. And you'll notice that for me, I had some, tying scores, and that's okay because it's really about what you feel and what you are most interested in. This is just a tool. I like to tell my students it's not a crystal ball. Okay, it's not predicting the future. It's just helping you make connections to your future. So for me, I think it's interesting because education and training, being a teacher, shows up technically as 4th place, but again, the scores are very close. I was originally an art teacher, and I've always enjoyed art. These sort of surprised me a little bit because I never really wanted to go into business, but when I think about it now, I manage students, and so being a teacher is much like being sort of a supervisor or a manager in a business. And so some of those same skills sort of overlap. And then I am pretty computer technology savvy. So information technology scored pretty high for me. So anyway, this isn't permanent, and you're welcome to change your answers. And you're also welcome to look at this as a guide and let me know how you think about it. So what you're going to do, once you have these results of this Google form, and you need your first name, your last name, what period you have this class, if you did this already in Career Connections last year, so that I can better help you when we talk about these options. So if this is your first year in Career Connections, you can say, nope, I've not done this before. Or if you have done this before, I want to know if you did not change your answer so the results are the same, or if you redid the survey to see if your results changed. And then these match these, okay? So you're going to tell me what your number 1 was. So for me, I would have told Miss Gingery that business was my number 1. And then my number 2 was information technology. And then my number 3 was arts and communication. Now this is where I'm asking you to reflect. So when you look at these top 3 results, did the results surprise you? Did they turn out how you expected? What are you interested in learning about for your future? So if I were your age and a student in my own class, I would say the business cluster surprised me. Oops. Because I am not interested in working in an office. However, management skills are similar to being the teacher in a classroom full of students. So that's one pretty long sentence. I'm hoping to get at least 3 sentences out of you. I would say the information technology result makes sense to me because I enjoy using technology and can typically fix, let's say, problems independently. Meaning, like, I don't have to call the IT person every single time something doesn't work. And then arts and communication is my personal favorite because I love to be creative and I am passionate about the art making process. Ooh. Okay, so like I said, you need your name. I need to know what class period you're in. I can say, yes, I've done this before. Okay, so that's what it'll look like, and then that's all I need you to do for this lesson for today. So I'm excited to read your answers, and I hope you enjoy sort of getting these results.